people that are talking about the Constitution and those kind of things, but they just kind of start running for office and they start talking this stuff, and you just have to ask, where have you been the last 20 years?
Well, I'll name the name.
Where have you been? I mean, now you're talking this stuff, you're giving speeches about this, but we've been fighting this stuff for years. I've never seen anything you've written. You've never been to any of our meetings on property rights, and, where have you been? You've been right here in the county or right here locally, and you just sat there, for years, so, people, do the background check, on who these people are that are running for office.
Well, it was several months ago when, and I'll name names because I can get away with it, but Newt Gingrich mentioned something in a speech about Agenda 21, and I'm going, where you been, Newt?
Well, exactly. I mean, and I'm running against Mrs Emerson. I've never known that she's ever mentioned Agenda 21, but she's been funding it for 16 years. She's been funding all these agencies, have been doing Agenda 21. We've been talking about Agenda 21 for over 10 years.
Oh, my goodness, yes. We're going into a break, Bob. You're listening to CSC Talk Radio. I'm visiting today with Bob Parker. We're going to talk a little politics. We're talking about some of the moral issues in our country. Do you think that makes a difference? Do you think that's hurting us at all? Give us a call, 877-895-5410. That's 877-895-5410, and we will be right back. Want to save time feeding your calves, kids, or lambs? Now you can feed them in groups of 10, all at one time with the Milk Bar feeders. Award-winning New Zealand design now available in America from Hamby Dairy Supply. The Milk Bar teat is a revolutionary design for gravity feeding milk. The Milk Bar lamb and kid teat has no valves to clog, and there is no need for time-consuming tubes. Lambs and kids suckle correctly and feed at the speed nature intended them to. Call 1-800-306-8937 or order online at www.hambydairysupply.com. They have a full line of bottles and nipples as well as animal health products for calves, kids, and lambs. Hamby Dairy Supply is a family-owned company with a knowledgeable staff who have experience raising calves, kids, and lambs. Give them a call, 1-800-306-8937. They don't have a printed catalog, so visit their website at www.hambydairysupply.com.
SwissAmerica.com reports gold prices held near $1,700 an ounce Monday on profit-taking and a flat dollar. Gold last traded at $1,701 an ounce. Silver, $33.65. The election year is going to have huge impact on the price of gold, reports MSN. This is because no matter who the winner is, they're going to have to do something quick about the monetary crisis our country's facing. No matter what the solution ends up being, they say, it will benefit gold prices. And that explains why, at SwissAmerica.com, we recommend that you vote gold in 2012. Also at SwissAmerica.com today, a modern Greek tragedy. Has America passed the point of no return? Asks Craig Smith. For the first time in 60 years, a nation will announce complete restructuring of its debt. By another name, this is known as default on obligations. Smith believes gold provides citizens with protection against politicians more interested in power than doing the right thing. Gold protects us from the things we cannot protect ourselves, says Smith.
Are you an inventor, or do you know an inventor who would like to attempt to have an invention or idea patented and submitted to industry? Well, for free information on how to proceed, call this toll-free number. Call 1-800-336-8200. InventHelp, one of America's largest invention companies, has inventor information you can have for free. Record your invention's date of origination, plus get an information brochure and other materials of interest to new inventors. Learn how to get this free information just by calling this toll-free number. Call 1-800-336-8200. That's 1-800-336-8200. Even if you have an idea for improving an existing product and don't know where to go with it, you'll want this free inventor's information. It shows how InventHelp may assist you in trying to patent your invention and submit it to industry. So call InventHelp right now, toll-free. Call 1-800-336-8200. That's 1-800-336-8200. InventHelp is a fee-based company.
have returned. You're listening to CSC Talk Radio. I'm visiting today with Bob Parker. Bob happens to be running for Congress here in the state of Missouri in District 8. He is running against a long-term incumbent. And he did this last time, and he did very well, but I believe this time we're going to get her done. And we need to get her done across the states because there's lots of incumbents across the United States that need to take a rest.
We need to get her done this time for sure.
We do need to get her done. You know, I mentioned as we were going into the break, and I know how you feel, but I'm wondering how my listeners feel. Is the decline in the morals of this country affecting our country and our freedoms?
Well, I think most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. It's affecting everything. It's affecting our business. It's affecting our churches. It's affecting our schools, our people that represent us. It's just, yeah, it's pervasive throughout society, the moral decline that we have in America. It's very disheartening to see what's happened, and that's why, part of my campaign and my call that I feel led to be a part of is to get people back on track and to get people, God's people, to rise up and begin to get informed and take their country back. It's we've got if we're not going to share that message and work to get that message out about how far we've come and where we need to go to. Who is? Nobody else really seems to have a clue about what direction we need to take. And, you see it now in government. Now you have, this godless government that we have that, we have this descent into socialism and Marxism that is really a godless economic structure. And, Christianity, if you read Scripture, talks about free markets and property rights and those kinds of things, and not moving your neighbor's boundary markers, and because private property rights are important.
Absolutely.
And that comes from our Judeo-Christian background, and the farther we get from that, the worse off we'll be as a nation.
Well, and of course the Scriptures also tell us to take care of our neighbors, but it's us that need to take care of our neighbors, not our government. I think the government needs to stay out of things, and the churches need to get more active. I had a gentleman on the air, and I'm going to have him on again, Bob, and he is from